Good morning, my brothers and sisters and my friends. I came back because I haven't finished the first clip. So the issue is this is really alarming, very serious thing because for my family, all from my mom's side, all of them gone out to Western countries, Canada, America, Europe. Okay, all of them from my mom's side, from my Sunday Asmarat, from Sunday Ahmarat, from my uncles, all of them. Nobody in Eritrea. Okay, from my dad's side, I have heard all of them out from other relative, all of them, you know, nobody in Eritrea, no functioning people in Eritrea, okay? So we are talking, we have a country, my friend, the richest country. Britain is really poor compared to our country because our quality of life, the weather, is heaven, paradise on earth, okay? 1,300 kilometers, and nobody is living there, enjoying quality life. So what happens is like all these Eritreans who've been living in the West, in America and Europe, they don't go back as a retirement, my friend, to enjoy. Well, what happens is with some Europeans when they work for let's say 30 years or 20 something years in the Western countries, like the Spanish, Portuguese, Italian, Turkey, Greek, all these people, my friend, when they work in the Northern European countries because they don't have a lot of jobs in their country, there's a lot of unemployment. It's not they're not that much industrial developed like America and Northern European countries. After serving, maybe they could have a business, maybe a housing property, or maybe proper civil servant jobs and everything in the northern countries. What they do is after they retire from that job, they go to their country in Spain, Turkey, but beautiful countries, my friend, Portugal, Spain, Italy, and Greek, the most beautiful countries. So they go back to their native countries. So they have their houses, holiday houses, sea beaches, my friend. So much they enjoy their siesta, on their Riviera. Quality life, my friend. They just sleep like crazy, rest, my friend. All their money, their dollars, euros, everything that they've been working in America and other developing nations, they invest that. They not invest that. They enjoy it, my friend, because they start life when they are 60 or 65 years old. They are children, if they got children, my friend, they are adults and they start their own life. So these parents, they enjoy life. I mean, they start life. So they celebrate their first year birthday. That's what happens after you retire as a pensioner. You go to your beautiful country in Eritrea, my friend. Paradise weather. Okay? You just live in that, isolated, secluded village. Lovely. You got all the amenities, you got everything that you need. But what you need is quality life. That is your first birthday, like you are 1 years old after 6 years old. You've been working as a donkey in the Western countries, okay? So that's what happens to this Spanish, Italian, Portuguese, Greek people, Turkey, okay? That's what their life is, my friend, okay? Because they got their houses. We got our house in our country. Even the poorest person he's got big, vast, hidden more, my friend, all that touched house, everything, big farm, big garden, rain, beautiful weather, the sea. We are so super rich, my friend. The Europeans are very poor when they are compared with us. They are serfs, my friend. What they expect? If you are working 16 hours a day all your life, that means you are serf, my friend. Even you accumulate millions of dollars, you are serf because you're not enjoying life. You're not living life. Okay? You just live there as a serf, as a donkey, as a slave. You just live there to work. Okay? So after sorry guys, okay, not just to say negative things, but after you work all these years, you are supposed to go to retire in your country. So the Western countries, they make every obstacle in our life so that we don't go to our country, village, cities, and everything to enjoy life. They, waves after waves, tides after tides, my friend. They put all the political pressure, opposition after opposition, they war after war, all this systematic kind of this mind terrorism. That's what they do to us so that we don't live quality life in our countries. Okay, so bringing all the Egyptian people, my friend, they work in the Western countries and they go to their beautiful country, Egypt, Alexandria, Cairo, small towns and villages. Okay, all these Arab people, Lebanese, the Israel people, the whole Middle East countries, the Italians, the Spanish, the Portuguese, my friend, they don't like it to live in London, freezing cold weather, even, my friend. Like, it's like a fridge. You live in a fridge, my friend. Okay, you look at that like this mummified kind of a human being. It's not made for human beings to enjoy life. Okay, you are supposed to be there only working to save money. Okay, they'll go back to your country when you're retired. Okay, so all this research of what was happening in my life, all these 30 years in the UK, that's what I found out, my friend. The whole of our populations, they have immigrated, leaving that paradise country of ours, our village, our farms, my friend. It's a paradise. When you go there, my friend, it's a paradise. Sometimes you just question yourself, why am I here in Europe? Why am I in America? Then suddenly the answer comes to you like, hey, because I have to learn English. I have to have a career. I have to have a degree, PhD, so that, I'm going to be equal with the whole global 8 billion population people. That is the only reason why we are in Europe, okay? Even if we don't have it, we are okay, my friend. The whole world is just really a mess. It's not worth it to come to America and just spending maybe 10 years to get your nationality. In Europe, 15, all that kind of years, man. Why, my friend? Why, my friend? Why do you have to shorten your life? Having all that asthma, okay? Blood pressure, okay? Diabetes, so that you get your passport, your job, and you don't enjoy it. At last, what happens? It curbs your quality of life. You die disease after disease. And it's the whole Western countries. They use you just to make money out of you, out of you use. When you're young, you are powerful, my friend, okay? You are educated and, you are an economy. Okay, that's what youth mean. Okay, it's a gift. It's an economy. So that's what happening, my friend. All these, all these people chasing me, everything, and the countries, the Western country, it was started from London. They were orchestrating, my friend, giving them like incentives for these poor, more poor people. Hey, this guy, you have to make his life impossible to live. That's why they were doing it. They give them incentives, maybe morally, maybe they give them paper, maybe some money, some castle house, my friend. Everything. That's what they were doing. So this is a case of we all Eritrea. It's not about me, my friend. I'm a sample. Okay. So they have already immigrated the whole Eritrean population to the Western countries, Scandinavian countries, Germany, Italy, okay, England, America, okay. So they have drove us out from land of our ancestors so that we become a permanent slaves in America and in Western countries, and added to the African American slaves in the Caribbean countries in the New World that have been there living there for 300 years, okay? So they still trap our kids, okay? We made it, my friend, okay? They systematically trap our women, our kids, because they have to make them slaves, my friend. That's what's happening. This is a case for all of us Eritreans that we should worry, my friend, okay? I think it's something we have to think about this. This is what's happening. Nobody goes back to Eritrea. Nobody goes to Eritrea to live life, to retire in Eritrea. Everyone dies. They don't come back to Eritrea only to be buried. That's what they come back to Eritrea, only to be buried. This is really alarming because this is just what I found out in my research, okay? So these are my conclusions and your recommendations, shall I say recommendations as if it's just like a formal research paper. So the recommendation is everyone knows our family, our lifestyle, our personal issues. But this is something that we shouldn't pass it to our kids, my friend. Okay, this is what I'm fighting. Especially I don't want to see my kids being lost, being swamped and liquidated and dissolved, into these Western countries as slaves, my friend, in America or in England, wherever it is, my friend. We are dignified people, my friend. We are lords, rich, super rich people, my friend. If you tell me we're gonna be slaves that, Donald Trump or any politician in the Western countries tell you, hey, you filthy, dirty people, you don't have nothing except bickering and complaining because you are asylum seeker, refugees taking our money, my friend. This is humiliation. There is no such humiliation I ever seen in my entire life. Okay? And especially we, being the richest people, you know, being humiliated in this way, and in the worst, poorest countries, you know, poorest countries, snow. You see the snow now. Rich countries, naturally poor, no endowment, my friend. They're not gifted with nature. And these people humiliating that kind of thing. All these Somalian Eritreans, like all that kind of stuff, like, there's no such kind of, my friend. Disrespect, humiliation. I mean, we have to have our dignity back, my friend, our values, our worth, you know. And this is my recommendation, is, you know, and something that we have to discuss about this seriously as a community members. Like, this is my sample life, which is going to be like applicable to all Eritreans, just to evaluate our life. What's going on? What's the life of our kids? Our future retirement back to our countries, you know, retire pension. The Western countries, they make sure we don't go back to our country to retire and have a quality life. This is done perfectly with a plan, with a precision, and this has to be changed. Okay. Thank you, guys. Adios. You have a lovely night. All right. Bye.